What's up and welcome back to A Nervous Trek. On this one, Ashley's doing her first solo cruise and she chose it to be a 14-day cruise to the Arctic. 2 ports in Greenland and 3 ports in Canada to be specific. However, we did set 3 world records, cool or unfortunate depending upon how you look at it. But stay tuned and I'm gonna fill you all in on this cruise to almost nowhere. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff for us, and enjoy this tall tale of the Carnival Pride turning into basically a floating insane asylum. Alright guys, what's up? Welcome back to A Nervous Trek. Ignore this outfit. It was really hot and sweaty. I had a long drive to Baltimore, but we are on our 14-day cruise to Greenland. We have 2 stops, then we're heading to freaking Canada. We have 3 stops in Canada we're going to, but we just got on, and by we, it's just a girl this time. Yeah, this is my first time on the Pride, and it's the first cruise out of Baltimore since the bridge, so let's go freaking explore. Let's do it! So dumb. Day 1, I obviously just spent exploring. I found this really cool place called Sunset Garden. No one was really ever there. It was quiet. It was beautiful. Basically just explored the ship. I'm trying to make this quick. I'll give detailed videos later. Day 2, headed into still positive vibes here. Wild. Going into day 2, guests are still very happy. We're having a good time. Legends of Lido was wild. Weirdly turned like 18 plus very quickly, but still a great time. Guest happiness all-time high. After Legends of Lido, I actually made my way to the Academy of Fun photography class. On these journey cruises, they do a bunch of like lectures. They had stargazing, they had social media 101. I attended photography and stargazing, so here's a little bit of that. All right, guys, so welcome back to the end of our second sea day. I believe we have 5 in a row. So today's officially Tuesday, and we don't land in Greenland until Saturday, and that's our first stop. We did have our first medical emergency. I was talking to a lady. She's so sweet. Her name is Julie. If you see this, hey Julie, you're one of my favorite people that I've met. But she went on like a Panama Canal cruise and had some people like pass away in medical emergencies. So when I went back to my room last night, I was like, is that gonna happen? Unfortunately, this evening it did. So we are turning around and we're headed to Halifax, Canada, so that they can be medevaced and hopefully be taken care of. They're gonna take their family, so our condolences to them. Today, other than that, was a really fun day. I actually went to a academy lesson, so it's almost like a tiny little lecture on photography this morning. That was really fun. And then I went to the Lido games. That was really awesome. Tomorrow I'm gonna hit Glee Club, so that's a really cool thing about these Carnival Journeys cruises. They have so many things for you to do. So when we complete Glee Club, we actually get to perform with the playlist players on stage. Tomorrow there is an academy thing on stargazing, so I'm gonna check that one out as well. I'll put all that footage in when I have it. Hey guys, welcome to our 3rd full sea day out of the first 5. Might be 4, I don't even know. I feel like I'm losing track of time. I'm over here in the Serenity deck in one of these little coves. I think I have the best seat in the house. I do want to show you guys the visibility right now. So as visibility began to diminish, so did people's spirits. After the medical emergency and all of that fun stuff, you could definitely tell the vibe was going down. So the next morning, I just headed straight to breakfast. I was like, I need a yummy avo toast. I had been starting to use the gym. I'll show you guys some footage of that. Again, I'm doing a full ship tour, but this breakfast was incredible. I never made it back to the main dining room for breakfast, but I do have regrets. Here we go. Visibility, guys. This is about what we saw for almost 9 or 10 days straight. Enjoy. To be very upfront, I did get a great casino deal for this. So I had to pay $50 for an interior room. I got $50 onboard credit, so it was a free room. I just had to pay port fees and taxes on this. However, I did end up finding out while on the cruise, because I didn't do much research, that this is actually the 4th cruise to Greenland, and only one has actually made it to Greenland. So a lot of people on the ship were on like their 2nd or 3rd attempt to get to Greenland. Obviously, well, I won't spoil it, but also there were a lot of different like emotions and kinds of people on this cruise. Some people were absolutely livid. Some people were kind of like me, like, hey, I got it for free. And I felt that way until I talked to a couple that was about my age that I found out paid over $3,000 per person to go on this cruise and burned both of their 2 weeks of PTO. I'm thankful enough to work from home, so I don't have PTO. I don't need PTO. But yeah, it made a little bit more sense when people were angry. When I talked to some more people, I thought everyone was on casino offers. All right, here is the first big doozy that happened. So starting like day 2 after the medical emergency, everyone was kind of like timing out and saying we wouldn't be able to get to Greenland in time after that diversion because we had to actually wait overnight in Halifax to get the passenger off. They're like, they're going to end up saying we can't go because of like weather. This is what happened last time. Sure enough, we get back and we have this letter and they have canceled both of our Greenland ports. But we did get to go to the Arctic Fjord, which honestly, there was a fjord excursion that was like $500 and was sold out that I wanted to do. So I was kind of excited. Check out these fjords. I tried to stay up and watch the Northern Lights last night as well. So I was up until 2. So I'm running on about 2 hours of sleep for this entire cruise. But I'll tell you what, it's worth it. And it's starting to snow right now. I'm on whale watch. This is just the most incredible experience. Okay, so now that we've officially added 2 extra sea days, both ports in Greenland, Qaqortoq and Nanortalik, I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing this, I'm trying my best, were both canceled. So now we're officially up to like 8 sea days in a row, I believe, at this point, which is, again, I paid nothing for this cruise, basically, except for taxes and port fees. So I'm glass half full right now. The rest of the cruise is kind of not. So I'm in the gym after we leave these beautiful sites, and I'm in the locker room with like 3 other women, and our cruise director comes on, and this is where it gets juicy. So he says, or captain says, that we'll be getting $400 per person for missing all of Greenland, plus port fees and taxes. Then he comes back on. I missed this, so this is hearsay, but apparently there was like a little bit of an attitude, and he said that we misheard him and were gossiping, and that we were actually only getting $400 per stateroom or $200 per stateroom. So people thought they were getting $800 back, but they were really only getting $400. Again, at this point, I'm up $400, so I'm still not like fully angry until I start talking to people. Super exciting. Okay, still very positive Polly Ashley here. It was snowing. I heard one of the crew members say that he lived 1,000 lives in one morning because he was from Zimbabwe and had never seen snow. Still positive. It's about here that the murmurs start going around that we're not getting up in St. Anthony. We were all supposed to get screeched in, Newfoundland tradition, at Ragnarok Brewing, so she lost a lot of money. Here's the morning we all had to wake up at like 4:30, between 6:30 a.m. to go get our tender tickets, and there was still like an hour line. Enjoy this.
What's up and good morning from Newfoundland. We actually just docked, but the visibility is so bad. This is a tender port, so we have to take the lifeboats to shore, but we can't take them. They can't see. They can't even see the ship when they're coming back with the lifeboats. Again, this is a Diamond Platinum cruise, so we missed our first 2 ports in Greenland, and now we're missing Newfoundland. No one has gotten off the ship in, this is day 9 or day 10, so people are starting to like get crazy. They just want to touch the land, they want to see land. I don't blame them. There's a lot of complaining. I'm really concerned if they can't get us off the ship today, there's going to be a riot. I heard that they ran out of Moscato. That's bad news. I also want to mention, we've all been up since like 4 in the morning to catch these tender boats. We all had to like get up super early. We're about 3 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time, so every day we've been moving our clock an hour forward. It's not like when you fly and you're just 3 hours ahead or 3 hours behind. The coffee machines were down this morning. So they ran out of coffee mugs and none of the coffee machines are working. and now we can't get off the ship. I literally, like, I'm concerned for people's sanity after the whole, like, coffee thing. I was like, oh no, and now they're saying we can't get off the ship. So I really, like, there could potentially be a riot, and it's gonna be.
Making the best of this, I used some of my $400 onboard credit to go to Deal or No Deal to kill some time. Guys, no joke, this is the first cruise I've ever been on where the woman picked a 1-cent case, kept it, and literally walked off with a penny. This was a cool thing I'd never seen before. Red Frog Pub for this 14-day journey cruise did a thing called Frog Fest where they actually brought all the entertainers together and let them perform together. So they had a bunch of different sets where they all worked together, and I thought that was pretty cool. This morning we got this in our thing, so tomorrow we're supposed to be docking, like just getting right off the ship in Corner Brook, Newfoundland, and now we have to tender in. We're gonna have to anchor and use those lifeboats again, and I don't think it's gonna happen, but anyone that's in like a motorized chair or like a scooter, they can't get off the ship. They can't get onto these lifeboats, so they're going to miss another port and not be able to get off the ship again. So I'm gonna keep you guys updated. This is just chaos. I'm still having fun. This is like reality TV for me, but yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Just a follow-up, it was at this point that the gossip was really going on. I found out they were out of a top shelf liquor, they were still out of Moscato, they were running out of bananas, they only had like flavored vodka left, like blueberry flavored vodka, so people were up in arms. So I went to this captain's cocktail party, and boy did they keep the cocktails coming to keep us happy. It was a really cool experience. It was a throwback day to like the 80s parties. I know Captain Vito did everything he could. We got to go to the fjords, and this is where we actually found out the records we set. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw those in here at the end of while Captain talks, but enjoy our Captain. We did love him.
Our Captain, please put your hands together. Coming all the way from Italy, Captain Vito! We love you.
We love you, thank you very much, and please give me your close friend for the most amazing cruise director of the 7 seas and for one of the best cruise director for adventure cruise in Greenland. You did a fantastic job, but I call all the team. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Well, this one is a throwback party, right? It is called Throwback Party to 1976.
Fun fact time, or not so fun fact, depending on, you know. So not only were we the first Carnival cruise to leave and come back to the Port of Baltimore after the bridge collapse, we also set 3 records. So the first record we set is longest cruise in the fog. So we basically had 0 visibility for like 7 days. We have the record for longest sea days in a row, which was 10. We didn't end up actually getting off the ship until day 11, if you could get off the ship on the tender boats. And we were also the first cruise in the Arctic Fjord. So pretty cool, or pretty not cool, depending upon how much you paid for this cruise. All right, what's up guys? So the room next to mine to the right, something happened with the girls. I thought they were getting raided. There were like 7 security guards when I came back from the captain's cocktail party. The 7 security guards were out there. They had the girl like leaned up against the wall with her hands behind her back. They were very nice to me when I walked by, and I came into my room and I just like came in and grabbed my jacket. And when I came back out, I've had my snoozing sign on my door because there is this giant crack in between the beds, so I've been pulling the sheets off the bed. You can see, like, no matter what I do to push these mattresses together, when you sleep, you get this giant crack, okay? And so, like, now I have to remake my bed. Every time the room steward comes in, he is making my bed properly and removing those sheets. So I've been leaving the snoozing sign up so I don't have to take all 3 sheets off of my bed and fill the crack in. When I came back out of my room and grabbed my jacket, the security guards, I was walking down the hallway and I was talking to Teddy, my room steward. He's so nice. And the security guards were like, is anyone else in there? And I was like, no. And they were like, well, you need to take your snoozing sign down. And I was like, well, I'm just doing that so Teddy doesn't go in my room and like remake my bed when I'm good to go. I don't want to waste the time. And if he can like do something. So as I'm walking down the hallway, they take my snoozing sign off my door and they put it in my fucking mailbox. And now it's on the floor. guest services, we're coming for you. Like, this is insane. I have been so nice. I've been so positive. I've given all the staff all of my like hot hands, my hand warmers. I have given them cigarettes. I've given the staff everything. And to have security, like, for someone who just came in to grab their jacket and do this, Quick update, I talked to the security officer, like the head one, the next morning, and I went to the gym and I came back and there was a bottle of champagne and a full plate of desserts for me. So, yeah, check it out. We actually got off in Corner Brook. We did take the lifeboats out as our tenders. The line for the tender, like the other day, was kind of insane, but I was able to get like group 9, but as I was coming back again, they were extended all the way back to like the front of the ship, that you pick your tender tickets up aft of ship in the Normandy restaurant. So yeah, we took about a 10 to 15 minute ride over to Corner Brook, and again, I'm gonna have a whole video on this, but people are still irritated. They're still cranky because a lot of them couldn't get off because they're in scooters, motorized vehicles, kind of thing. They can't get off. So, but Corner Brook was rad. Wait for that video. Comment, like, subscribe. Okay, when I got back on the ship, I did find out that the curse of this cruise was real. Turns out the first port we get off of, people had booked these excursions to go to like a national park. It was a $500 excursion. People were doing cruises with the Vikings, all kinds of fun stuff. An oil tanker flipped on the road and none of them could get to their excursions. So the bus basically got flipped around and they had to come back. They were refunded for their excursions, but the curse was real. Lucky enough for us, we did make a second port out of this 5-port cruise. So Sydney was our last port. Honestly, it was the one everyone was saying we should skip this. Like, if we could go somewhere else and waste time to get to St. Anthony, then cancel Sydney. I woke up and I did kind of look outside and I called Zach and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna get off. It's just like a neighborhood. I don't really know what to do. This ended up being one of my favorite ports. Like, I think, well, I only went to 2 on this one. So, but I think I actually enjoyed Sydney more than I enjoyed Corner Brook. Corner Brook was really cool, but the people that I met in Sydney really made this trip for me. There was a man named Larry that stood outside the Fiddle, and he insisted on taking photos of everybody. And he just said that he lived up like north near the Cabot Trail, and he comes down when the cruise ships come in because the population's so small, he doesn't get to meet new people often, and he wants them to enjoy Sydney when they come, and to think of the people of Sydney as good people. And he actually found me like in the shopping area and took this ridiculous photo of me with my head inside a cutout. I didn't want to do it, but he was so nice that I was like, all right, Larry. I'm just kidding. You know it couldn't have gone that well. Of course, when I get back on the ship and start talking to people, I find out that another truck with like shingles, like siding materials and roofing materials, tipped over, and yet again, a bunch of excursions were canceled, so people were like losing their minds at this point. I just had to take a deep breath and be like, this is fine, I wasn't involved, but the energy of everyone else was really starting to get to me. So by day 12, we're in the clear. We only have 2 sea days left. We can make it at this point. I believe the night before there was like a tornado in Baltimore, and all of us were starting to panic. We were like, I swear to God, if they add one more sea day to this because we can't go to Baltimore. We were all panicked for nothing. Nothing happened. This cooking demo was awesome. We learned how to make the Carnival chocolate melting cake and peri peri chicken. Also, they give out samples to everybody, so we all got to try it. Enjoy a little bit of this. I actually really enjoyed this.
Yeah, and this portion what it's doing, actually it's difficult to do it because you prepare in large bulk batches.
Okay, so by day 13, we had some like crew drama going on. We had some guest drama going on. I haven't been able to watch reality TV in 15 days, so me and some girls that I met are kind of like living for this. Someone stole a child's duck from the pool and claimed it for themselves. Someone thought it was a good idea to approach a 9-year-old and ask about why her belly was so big, which is just disgusting behavior. People started getting catty. I don't think anyone should be on cruises for longer than like 10 days because it was wild. The things and the stories that we were hearing coming out of people's mouths, just absolutely nuts. like I said, make sure that you subscribe, turn on your notifications, like these videos. I am going to do full videos, like reviews. I just wanted to get this out because I wanted to remember everything. I felt like when I got home, no one would believe the stories that I came home to tell. So I just wanted to come home and put out like all 14, 15 days of this cruise into a really short video, get you guys in the loop, and then I will do like full video tours. I'll do a room tour. I'll have videos on the 2 ports that we actually went to. Maybe I'll fill you in on some drama. So again, thank you guys for watching this. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends if you think it's interesting. This was like the craziest cruise that I've ever been on, and I'm genuinely happy I went on it. I do feel for everybody that wasn't compensated. I feel bad for people that had the worst time of their life. Again, the energy was all over this cruise. So there are some people that are still very angry. Some people are still trying to be like, at least I wasn't cooking, cleaning. They're fighting over emotions now. So just know I was okay. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you guys for watching. A Nervous Trek out.